How much? 20 what?
25 max in Canada, maybe.
That's Fahrenheit or that's Fahrenheit? Or it's
At night. No, I mean Celsius.
Celsius.
Grados.
Right. Okay. Let's improvise this thing. Sure. I don't have any script, so.
You don't have much space on your phone.
I don't have much space, so we got it. Okay.
Don't kill it.
I'm with my friend, it's Remy, George. Actually, Remy, it's more French, and George is more like English, right? Or it's
My last name more English?
George's last name,
George's last name.
and it's kind of more English than French. No,
It's Belgian.
Okay. How do you pronounce it?
George. Well, in French it's George.
Okay. So it's
It's
Remy,
very rare in Canada. No one has that name.
Remy George.
Maybe George.
D'accord. So it's my friend Remy. I met him here in Buenos Aires in our hostel. He's from Quebec.
Quebecois.
From Quebec, for the ones that don't know. And tell me a little bit about your place, your homeland, Canada.
Well, you know, it's a cold place, not much sun. But honestly, invierno is not very good, but the summer is very nice.
Right.
Yeah, it's and October when you see all the leaves become like orange and stuff. It's nice.
Right now it's
Summer, and here it's it's summer here and it's
Winter.
Winter in like Canada.
right. What do you think about weather in Buenos Aires?
It's good. I mean, I didn't even see rain yet in 2 weeks, so it's pretty good. And sun every day. I've never seen not the sun. Like in Canada, 75% of the days are no sun, so it's too much.
It's good to be.
Yeah, it's good for the mood.
Right.
I don't recommend Canada
If you don't like that.
I think if you're dark skinned, you're gonna have a hard time with vitamin D.
Right.
Getting your good
My
vitamin D.
my regular dose is because no sun at all, so you gotta consume it, right? So
Yeah, while your skin is more adapted to more sun.
yeah.
Mine is super white. And yeah, so
Right now it's we're in the what's the weather now, like 34 Celsius?
no, it's 30, but it's no shade. It's like it's very hot.
I'm kind of suffering a bit with the hot weather. Sometimes at night it gets a bit sweaty. Anyway, so tell me a little bit. I'm a bit curious. We have talked already, of course, but I want to share your vision a bit about, in general, about Canada. What do you think about Canada? Actually, I was amazed when I told you. We were talking about that many people is moving to Canada. There are a lot of tourists and people that go and migration. And there's a thing that everyone feels like everyone wants to go now to Canada. You are Canadian. You can tell me if it's true or not that much about all the things that are said about Canada in general.
I think it's not what it used to be. I think it was much better in the 90s
Right.
and before. Basically, when it's the same for the U.S. Basically, the West in general is I think it's going downhill,
Right.
and they forget about like culture. And, you know, they're not traditional anymore, and it's just asinine. You know.
Yes.
But I think like a lot of people want to go to Canada, but once they're there, they kind of want to go back to their country now. Maybe not in the 90s, but now I would say a lot of people leave, and it's too expensive. It used to be way cheaper. Now it's very, very expensive.
Right.
In the last 4 years, it's skyrocketed like twice the price. Even home, like 3 times. So, yeah, it's crazy.
It's almost impossible for our generation to.
Oh, you're priced out of the home unless you work like crazy, or I mean, if you make your own business and you just figure out a way to make a lot of money. But if you just have like a wage slave job, I think you're gonna have a hard time. Even if you earn a lot, even if you earn like $40 an hour, you're gonna have a hard time to just get a house. Now, at the current price, because also it's not just the price. The price is crazy, but also the interest rate. The interest rate is crazy. It used to be like 1% interest rate, with 3 times less in amount to pay for the house. Now it's 3 times the house, but the interest rate is like 9%.
Right.
So it's crazy. It's even homeowner, they're most likely gonna lose their house unless they do a very good job at just not spending too much.
Right. So let's say it's not the best moment to go to Canada,
It's
right?
not with Trudeau, I would say. No.
Not with Trudeau. Let's speak a bit of Trudeau. Your general opinion about Trudeau. Trudeau. How's this pronounced? It's more French, Trudeau.
Yeah, it's
Trudeau.
Trudeau. Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone likes him. Honestly.
Right.
In Canada, not much people like him now. I mean, but it's always the same, Even if it's the opposition,
We kind of the same.
who knows? Maybe I don't know. It feels like an agenda at this point. In 8 years, we kind of destroyed the country.
In 8 years.
Yeah, it's been there 8 years, and in 8 years, we messed it up pretty bad.
Wow. So the
The
perspective
healthcare
is.
is bad. I mean, the healthcare has always been kind of bad, but now it's really terrible. Like,
Right.
you're probably gonna die if you have to go to the hospital and it's urgent, because there might not be a doctor.
There's a system of Medicare in Canada.
It's all free, but it's all messed up. Like, yes, it's free, but what if you wait 25 hours
Right.
to get
You
what
can't
you need,
access
then you die. And
Right.
obviously, if you're urgent case, you will pass in front of everyone.
Uh-huh.
What if there's no doctor?
Okay.
There's a shortage there's a shortage in employee everywhere,
Yes.
because we used to have immigration to fill those jobs, and now immigration's not staying. So, and we're not making kids in Canada. It's like 1 kid per household. So 1, 2. I think the average is like 1.5 or something for 2 people.
One
And
million.
I think you need 2.5 or 3 just to maintain
Right.
population, because some kids die and stuff.
Okay.
No, it's messed up. We need people to come in, but the people don't want to come in and stay nowadays.
And they go back. They go
Yeah,
back.
they go away. I mean, I was born there.
Yeah, I know there are some and you're here.
So
You're one case.
it's messed up. Yeah. And I'm not the only one thinking about it. It's just that it's hard to do a move like that. Your family,
Right, of course.
the money.
You left a lot of things behind.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to touch that again so we continue with your story. But you were saying like health bad, it's not a good situation. Let's say wages are not
You can have very good wages. It's just
the cost of living, right?
the cost of living is pretty high.
What else? Like well, economy in general in macro is good, but the thing is that right, like
Well, it's good compared to Argentina if you think about it.
all right.
I mean, I think we're far from. It's going downhill, basically.
All right.
Yeah, Argentina is going up and
Downhill. That's the trend.
Canada's going downhill, just like the US. The
All
US.
right.
In Argentina, it's funny because the US is like overvalued like crazy, but the US dollar is really having problems right now.
That's what we do not understand about Argentina, whether they think that the US is like God.
Well, it makes sense because right now it's the world currency,
Right, but going that, not kind
I
of.
feel like it's going to end towards the year like 2030. I think some other currency will show up and change that.
Okay, we totally agree, and that kind of surprising. I mean, I'm Mexican, he's Canadian, and we kind of both have agree that Argentina over, I don't know how to say, like over estimate the US economy. I don't know, the dollar thing. I don't know even.
I mean, they overestimate it, but at the same time, it's not really overestimated because their pesos are worthless.
Of course,
The dollar
is nothing, so they have
the dollar is theoretically still good.
Yeah.
On paper, it's still good for now.
Right.
But obviously, it would be better if they would just hold in gold or whatever.
Or bricks, or maybe.
Or just home, just household and stuff. But I think it's hard for an Argentinian to buy something because their peso devalues, so all you gotta cash that.
Yeah, it's
to
like
buy a home.
how
Your cash is devalued every month. Like
you can't even, well, we can, but Argentinians can't even afford sometimes even meat or something like that.
Exactly.
So they are living like for a day.
you have the luxury to have a good, not a good currency, but a better currency.
Right. And we were at the same time talking about the the parallel economy that is going out, like bitcoins or other stuff that is the future. It's a kind of present, but at the same time the future.
I think Argentina is going to use cryptocurrency for some ways.
Let's talk about fruit prices in Argentina quickly. Kiwi.
Yeah, here is super expensive.
He likes a lot to eat a lot of fruits,
It's not
so
worth it.
he's suffering.
It's the same price in Canada, so, and usually here it costs like 6 times less. So kiwi is pretty expensive.
He likes a lot of fruits, so he's suffering a bit. In Argentina, fruits, vegetables are usually more expensive, even not in regional expensive. I mean, in America, generally, I was telling him, Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, generally the fruits usually are more accessible in prices. Cheaper.
It's cheaper in Argentina?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cheap here.
Here?
Yeah.
Well,
uvas, yeah,
depending on the comparison, I think it's not that cheap, and it's cheap because of
but the meat is super cheap.
yeah.
For the
but
quality.
that's that's another thing. But
Yeah.
fruits, what I think about the fruits production and fruits distribution here in Argentina is, I think there are some places in America where you can buy, let's say, better quality, more amount. I mean, for example, let's say in Mexico, generally the kilo, usually it's quite cheaper. Even, and generally, it's like the kiwi, the strawberry, whatever fruit you want, 1 kilo, usually is a bit more cheaper. And at the same time, better quality. There is something about the production of fruits here, because most of the fruits are imported, you say?
I don't know.
Imported?
I have no idea. What I know is the grapes.
No, yeah.
Very good deal.
Most of them are, how do you say imported?
Yeah, yes, it's important.
Most of them are imported.
Kiwis are important for sure. The price,
Kiwis are, for example, say avocado. I don't know if you have tried avocado, but
I've not tried from here, but
don't
it's
try
not
it.
expensive.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
But try it. And it's super
I'm not
expensive.
a fan anyway.
So kiwi, avocado, strawberry.
I think you just have to eat local. If you want it cheap, local. If it's imported, it's going to be super expensive.
That's the thing. And most of the fruits are imported. That's the thing, that there's not a lot of Argentinian production.
Honestly, I think I'm just going to eat grapes super cheap.
Probably. You gotta hold on grapes and choose
They have a lot of
a couple of fruits and
wines, I think they call it.
yeah,
They make
that's
wine.
the wine.
The wine is super cheap here.
So the thing in Argentina, of course, the things that they produce as usual, wine is cheap because they produce it, meat is cheap because they produce it. That's the logic. All the imports are usually more expensive in the region, and we kind of suffer because of that. What else?